What's going on, guys? Oh my Godzilla, back here with another very exciting Godzilla figure review. Guys, today we're taking a look at the Bandai Rodan from Godzilla vs. MechaGodzilla 1993. Let's jump right in.
Oh my god!
Alrighty guys, so first thing I want to take a look at is the tag. We have a very nice image of Rodan here. I have a few creases on mine, so that's definitely unfortunate. Shipping errors, I guess. But we have a very good image of Rodan in the night sky there. It does say Fire Rodan, so that's awesome. 2023 Godzilla logo there. Opening it up, we just kind of have the usual goodness. Got a Fire Rodan picture there, kind of a silhouette. The back, you kind of have a wing. You can actually see some of the texture and color on the wing. That's pretty cool. Godzilla vs. MechaGodzilla, Movie Monster Series, Bandai, all the good stuff in there. Let's sleeve this bad boy. And there we have it, preserved forever. So starting with the toe claws, guys, they look pretty darn good. Some good black paint apps on there. A little bit of light bleeding into the red of the foot, but that's okay. Bottoms are undetailed. Moving into the top, guys, the top of the foot does have some good detailing going in here, some texturized through there. Moving up the leg, we kind of have these good kind of chunks that the leg looks like it's in. And the details on those is very good, too. The kneecaps are a little boring, but the rest of the leg going up looks pretty good also. The tail has kind of some little ridges down here on the bottom, moving up into the back of the legs. These are the wings. Unfortunately, this kind of inner area did not get painted. That probably should be this light color underneath there, but they missed that part under the legs there. So that's a little unfortunate. We can move that up and take a better look at the part of the wings that did not get painted there. It's kind of actually a separate piece, interestingly enough. Let's take a look at the back of the figure before we move too much. Pretty basic here on the back of the figure. You have the spines kind of moving up Rodan's head. It would have been cool to see those get a little bit of color. I think those are supposed to kind of have this little silvery, yeah. So it would have been nice to get those a little bit of paint on there, but they're pretty darn small, and it would have been some tedious paint work to do that. Back of the wings don't have too much texture, kind of a flat texture here, a little bit of kind of some wing texture in and out, but a very smooth texture other than that. As we get to the top of the wings, we do have a little bit more of a texture. You can see they kind of have this texturized, and then moving down into the joints of the wings has a little bit of texture as well. The body of Rodan in the middle here looks great, though. I really like what they did in the, just this middle section, moving up into the neck and on the middle, center of the back. The backs of the horns did not get painted, but the front did. So we'll go back to the front of the figure, starting with the wings. I really like what they did here with the white kind of moving into the red. Looks pretty good what they did there. I kind of like how the transition looks pretty clean. It's not too much of like a hard line. They did a decent job fading it. We do have some texture on the insides of the wings, and it is worth noting that the texture on the inside of the wings is a little bit more than the texture on the back of the wings. So that's something. And then moving into Rodan's chest here, looks very nice. Got some of his little spikies going on. Again, I think the spikes are supposed to have a little bit more, yeah, they're supposed to definitely have a little color. And even the gaps in the chest plates are supposed to have a little bit more color. So it would have been nice to get a little bit of color on these little, at least on the spikes of the chest, but we did not see that. But the detail looks pretty decent. I like how the sides look good. Moving into the hand claws, they do look really good. Nice detailing on the tops. The nails look good. And the bottoms are detailed, but are not painted. It would have been nice to get some the bottom part of the claws painted there. That did not happen, unfortunately. Moving into, finally, the head and neck. Neck looks good here. Good paint apps there. The eyes look pretty solid in terms of paint. He doesn't look totally bad from the front, which is a good mix-up. Inside of the mouth is just going to be all red. Even the teeth, it would have been nice to kind of see a little bit more effort put into the paint. But we do have we do have teeth and a tongue sculpt. So that's nice, at least. Trying to get you an angle at some of the top teeth there. The beak paint, the black looks nice. There is detail on the bottom and the top. There's some nice texture going on there. Again, yes, the horns are painted on the top, so they look fine from that angle. Unfortunately, not so much from the back side. Guys, in terms of articulation, we already saw the legs. Obviously, no 360 because they're going to get in the way of the wings, but they can move out to here. I wish Rodan could balance on his tail. That would be incredible. Just pose him like that. But so we do get the leg articulation, guys. Do we get wing articulation? Well, not really. These wings are too awkwardly stuck in the, they're a long oval shape. And this is where I'd put the head articulation if we had any. Unfortunately, no head articulation here. There is a glue seal here. I don't like breaking those, so we will keep it not articulated in the head department. So that's definitely a little bit unfortunate. But that's going to about do it for looking at the figure himself, available from Hobby Link Japan. probably soon Big Bad Toy Store, Godzilla Store, all those goodies. So, let's get into some size comparisons. So, first up is our other Rodan figure we have. Just tagged for reference. In terms of wingspan and height, guys, our new Rodan is going to be significantly taller. See how he's almost a full head taller than the older Rodan. And if you line up the left wings, he's a bit bigger too. He's got about 1.5 inches or 2 inches on him in the wingspan department as well. So a bigger figure overall. A fairly similar sculpt though, all things considered. If you take a look at the heads, the bodies, they have a lot of similarities. So definitely, this guy has texturized kneecaps though. That's worth noting. Obviously, we have the white paint on the toes and claws versus the black here. Black beak versus kind of the gray. So definitely different color choices. They both look great as a Fire Rodan. So definitely glad we have another version of him to take a look at though. Moving into the next comparison. We compare him to the new Super MechaGodzilla from 2023. Obviously, Rodan is pretty big in this size comparison. I don't think Rodan is quite supposed to be this giant compared to Super MechaGodzilla. But the scaling works fine. I'm not going to complain about it at all. There he is. And I, of course, wanted to compare him to a Godzilla. So here we have one of our beautiful Godzillas hanging out with our new Fire Rodan. There's kind of the tag just right up in Rodan's face. Here's kind of our length comparison. If we line up the tip of the wing to the tip of the tail, Rodan does have a big wingspan. So there's our sizes. Guys, that will about do it for this review of the 2023 Bandai Movie Monster Series Fire Rodan. Definitely glad we got him. Tag looks gorgeous. Figure is pretty darn awesome overall. What do you guys think of this figure? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to know if you picked him up, what your thoughts on this figure are. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more. We'll see you in the next one.